Hello, my name is Bernd Hert. I'm working for NetUp in SAP's Competence Center in Walldorf, together with my colleagues Tobias Brundle and Gert van Teilingen from Microsoft. We have created this video to demonstrate how to migrate or relocate an SAP HANA system from Cloud Volumes ONTAP in Azure to Azure NetApp Files to benefit from the better performance and capabilities. This video could be a part of a greater workflow, copying from on-prem to Cloud Volumes ONTAP as a staging platform, and then this video focus on the final step to migrate it to Azure NetApp Files. If you are interested in part 1, you can use the link to my previous blog in the upper right corner. So let's get started. Let's have a look at the Azure Portal and our machines here. We have a HANA server. We use Cloud Manager for administering Cloud Volumes ONTAP, System for Cloud Volumes ONTAP, and a Cloud Sync connection broker. All cloud services are located at Cloud Central. So we log on to Cloud Central to see our services, and we will use Cloud Volumes ONTAP and Cloud Sync in this example. So let's start with Cloud Volumes ONTAP. We select the Cloud Manager that is responsible for our Azure environment. So we see we have one Cloud Volumes ONTAP here, CVO HANA, and we have already 4 volumes, one data volume, log volume, and a shared volume for our resource. In addition, we have a software volume that doesn't matter here in that example. If we look at the HANA system, we will log on to the Linux system. We see the 3 volumes are mounted to data, log, shared, and the user sub folder, and HANA is still running. So we have tested the migration on Cloud Volumes ONTAP, and in this example, we need to relocate it to a more performant Azure NetApp Files in case of a disaster recovery. So let's look at Cloud Sync, and we want to create a sync relationship to transfer the data volume from the ONTAP NFS server to Azure NetApp Files. So we select those 2 servers. We see there are quite a lot of options. Now the system requests the IP address of the server. So our NFS server, of course, is Cloud Volumes ONTAP, and in Cloud Manager we see the IP. So in that case, the internal IP, because we will transfer the data internally in the cloud. So we select that NFS server, and the wizard now asks for the data broker, so that little Linux machine that is responsible for the transfer from Cloud Volumes ONTAP to Azure NetApp Files. By selecting it, we can select the folder. So we use the data volume, and in our example, we will use a backup that is in the snapshot folder, or in that case, an offline backup here. So as a target, we select Azure NetApp Files, and also here we can look the IP address of the volume. So we look at the data volume, we see that's the 1.5 IP address. So we select that here. Then the wizard will show us the volumes that are served from that Azure NetApp Files. We select the data volume. And that's it. The sync relationship is established, and we can create it. So we see we have already 3 existing ones for the software, log, and share. And in that example, we synchronize the data as well. So the sync process has already been started, and we see the sync works pretty fast and depends only on the performance of the source and the target in that example. So back to our system. It's still running, but we will use that instance here. So we stop the HANA database killing the remaining processes that might lock the mounts. We will change the ETCFS tab to switch from Cloud Volumes ONTAP to Azure NetApp Files. U-mounting the existing old NFS mounts, mount the new ANF volumes, and with that the system is ready to restart. Since we have used an offline backup in our example, otherwise we would need to start a recovery after the cloning. While SAP HANA is starting, I'd like to put your attention to one of the important features of Azure NetApp Files. Even with the started HANA system, we can tune the performance of the underlying storage. The performance is defined by the service level and the allocated quota or capacity of the underlying volume. So we can, while the system is running, select the volumes and just raise the performance, adapt it on the fly, and immediately we have tuned our system and have reached production performance within seconds. This concludes our video to demonstrate how to use Cloud Volumes ONTAP as staging hub and transfer the systems on the fly using CloudSync to Azure NetApp Files to be able to tune the system to meet your performance requirements.